The next task we have is to set up our gradebook. We're going to do that in our demo course. So you're going to want to go up to courses in the upper left-hand corner. When you click on it, it'll look a little bit different for those of you who've used Schoology before. Find your demo course and click to open. This is your home page for your course, and we're going to be looking on the left-hand side, and we're looking for grade setup. When you found that, go ahead and click to open, and your grade setup will open in the center of your screen. The first task we have is to create our grading categories. We use this add button to add our categories. You'll get a little window that opens, and you can type in formative or formative assessment. Leave it at total points. You can drop the lowest score all the way up to 10 assignments. I always leave mine at 0. And when you've entered in that information, go ahead and click create. And you'll see that category show up here in my list. We'll click add again, and we're going to put in our summative category. Again, leaving that at total points and choosing to drop the lowest score or not. Click create. Once your categories have been created, you'll see a choice that pops up next to your category heading. It says weight categories. Go ahead and click on that. Your weight column gets added, and here's where we would change formative to 20% of our grade and summative to 80% of our grade, and you'll see that the percentages match up here. You do have stars here. You can select a star, and that just means that when you create an assignment or an assessment, that category will be the default one selected. You could leave them unstarred and need to choose your category each time you create an assignment or an assessment. I tend to leave mine blank there. Your grading period and final weights is the second category here. We're going to leave that at continuous. You'll see final grade settings underneath that. Our grading scale should be numeric. You can choose to either round your grades at the end of a period or to leave them at a percentage with decimal points. You can either choose to do that now or later. It is entirely up to you. You'll see also that there's this question mark after the item, and if you hover your mouse over the question mark, it will provide you with information to tell you what it is you have a choice to select or not. It gives you information about what that is. Underneath that, you'll see control grading columns in Gradebook. So this is what you'll see in your Gradebook. You can add a course override column. That allows you, as the note tells you, to select, to provide an override of the overall grade for the course. If you don't provide an override and you have that column, it's not a big deal. The calculated grade is used when you don't enter one. You can hide a grading category score column, so you won't see a formative column, you won't see a summative column. That's entirely up to you. You can also add a grade period override column, so at the end of each grading period you'd have that override choice. Again, you can always come back in and add this at a later time if you decide you'd like to use it later. And then you can have a total points column in your gradebook if you like. I choose to add that one. So I'm going to just check that. For visibility settings, these are in the students' grade reports. I would leave them all in, or in essence not check them, because I do want my students to see their overall grade. I want them to see their grading period grades, and I want them to see their total points achieved. Once I've entered in all of this information, I just hit Save Changes. It'll say your changes have been saved at the top when it's done. The next task would be to copy these settings to all of your other courses. And you see a Copy Settings box in the upper right-hand corner. When I click on that, I have the option to look in this list and select the courses that I'm going to copy my grades to. So I'm looking for my 7th grade language arts. I'm going to select all of those courses that I'll be teaching this year. You'll see other courses there as well. Your advisory shows up. We obviously don't grade advisory, so you don't need to check that. When you've checked all of your courses, hit copy, and your gradebook is set up for all of the courses that you'll be teaching.